permissible to have a pet falcon?
Question comes from London. Is it permissible to have a pet falcon? I've never read anything from the ulama of Islam prohibiting keeping of a bird of prey. There are hadiths in which there were birds that were kept in captivity, in which the Prophet acknowledged. Okay? They weren't necessarily birds of prey. So, I wouldn't say it's haram to have a falcon as a pet, but I would say it could be haram if you don't handle it properly. And that's because a falcon is not like a cockatoo or a sparrow or a finch or an African gray or a parrot. A falcon is a different type of animal. A hawk, an osprey, and all these animals are very different. Their mind and their makeup is different than those other birds. This is a bird that soars, that dives, that hunts and kills and eats flesh. In other words, it's a bird that has some type of what? Pride. Has ego. Has what? Has ego with it. Is no question. It's not a bird that's meant to just be what? In a cage and fed refrigerated meat. It's not made to. This is the reality. It's not made for that. It's an animal that's made to be in the wild and to viciously, aggressively what? And grab something and rip it to pieces with his beak and his talons and eat it and feed his children raw flesh. So how are you going to keep this falcon? You're going to keep it in a cage? You're going to keep it restricted? Or are you going to allow it to fly and come back on your arm? Are you going to train it? Are you going to call it? So if you're going to keep the animal in that confined space, then there lies no doubt. The experts of falconry, they say that these types of birds of prey oftentimes die because of depression. They die very soon because of what? Depression. They're depressed. It's like taking a military general and sitting him behind a desk. And that's why it's well known in the American culture. When there's a general or a colonel or whatever his rank is, who's known for being a fierce warrior, and they want to punish him, they want to slap him on the wrist, they do what? They give him a desk job because they know that's torture. To be sitting behind a desk with a paperweight and a staple and a phone. He's supposed to be on the what? On the battlefield. That's his life. And they know that he's going to slowly decay with that job. So is it permissible to keep an animal and to keep a bird in which they're totally depressed and they barely eat and they'll eventually die? So if that's the case, then it may not be permissible to have a falcon as a pet. As far as if you want to take care of the falcon and allow it to do how Allah created it, then we say what? La bes. Everyone understand this? A falcon is not like another type of bird that's okay. It's domesticated. Falcon is not necessarily what? Domesticated like that. It's a different type of animal. All right. Me personally, I owned the owl once, not in the United States, where that's illegal. Okay. And I've also had 2 hawks before in a different country. Beautiful birds, beautiful animals. And if you don't look after them carefully and take care of them carefully and feed them carefully, or allow them time carefully, they will die and they'll become very sick. Everyone understand this or not? So it's not that simple. Do you think that's the only thing that the animal was made to do is just to eat meat? The hunt, the chase, that's all a part of his what? No question. It's meant to hunt down and attack an animal that's 2-3 times bigger than it and grab his neck and rip his neck open and suffocate his mouth. That's all Allah made that creature. You see what I'm saying to you? So certain animals aren't necessarily made to be domesticated and put behind a cage for the amusement of human beings. Let alone the fact the dark history of zoos. You read the animal zoos are based off of human zoos, in which they used to have people from different countries and cultures and put them on display as what? In a zoo. Everyone, this is reality. At the end of the day, whether it's the Bronx Zoo or not, the Brooklyn Zoo, whatever it may be, right? Allah knows best. That's the first zoo in America, by the way. That's America's first what? In Philly. No, not the Bronx, brother. Barakallah feek. A lion killed a lady. Allah Akbar. Maybe she violated the lion. At the end of the day, a lion that's meant to be domesticated is not like a lion from the wild. And the biggest question that the people have, is it possible to domesticate that type of animal? Can you raise a wolf? That's a big argument, like the chicken and egg. It's a big argument. Some people say you can, and some people say it can never ever be what? Its DNA will have some type of aggression, one way or another. Allahu alam. Al-Muhim, if you can take care of the falcon, tayyib. If you can't look after it, and it's going to die and become sick, then we say what? Don't do that. Allah knows best.